What's up, guys, and welcome to Random Things 226. My name is Ricky Lee, and today I am going to go back to those fact kind of videos. And yeah, so today I have got top 10 facts about South Korea. I have picked this topic because I am South Korean. As you guys know, I am pretty sure I have told you guys that I'm South Korean. If I didn't, I am a South Korean. And yeah, I just wanted to tell you about some, South Korean Korean cultures, and some kind of interesting facts about South Korea. So I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. So number one, the name Korea comes from the old dynasty of South Korea. Korea. Okay, so as you can see, Korea and Korea actually sound similar. So what actually happened was, back in the old days, there was a dynasty called Korea, and since back then, Korea and Arabians traded goods or some kind of foods, or like horses and cows, something like that. And because Arabians and South Koreans have traded so much, Arabians wanted to know what our country's name was, and we have told them that it was Korea because back then our country's name was Korea Dynasty, and we have told them that our name is Korea, and they couldn't pronounce it right, Korea, so they said Korea, and we were like, yeah, it sort of sounds similar, so we said, yeah, our country's name is Korea. So after that, Arabians have told all the Arabian people, I guess, that our country's name is Korea, and since back then, our name became Korea, and our actual spelling of Korea was Korea, but it has turned into Korea because of Japan. Japan used to rule Korea, and yeah, they used to rule South Korea as they have beaten us in a war, and because our spelling was Korea and Japan was Japan, they have thought that C starts before J, so they got upset, so they have made it K, so it is after J. So that's another fact. And yeah, so back to number one, Korea. The name Korea was named after a dynasty, old dynasty, Korea. And yeah, so number two, seaweed soup. South Koreans have seaweed soup for their birthday. Now, you might think this is gross and like, why would you have seaweed soup? I used to hate the soup too, but once you eat it quite a lot, it's sort of like a seafood soup, and it's not too bad, And sushis are made have some kind of seaweed in it. And yeah, so I think seaweed soup isn't too bad once you eat it a lot, but you might think it's a bit gross because the soup is actually green. And yeah, so, but I quite like it. But I didn't like it, 5 years ago. It just didn't suit me, it was disgusting. But now I just, it's not that bad. So yeah. Okay, number three. The well-known company Samsung is actually owned by South Koreans. So you guys might think it's like made from some kind of wealthy and strong countries like America, Europe, and those kind of countries, but it's actually made from South Korea. It is owned by them, and I don't know if you know this company LG. It is also made from South Korea. And yeah, so South Koreans have made both Samsung and LG, and if you're using a Samsung phone, it is from South Korea. Number four, it is not uncommon for men to have plastic surgery or makeup. You might think, what the heck? why would men have a plastic surgery or a makeup? But it's not those kind of makeups like, lipsticks, eyebrows, and, eyelines. No, it's not those kind of stuff. It's just those makeups. Like if you're a bit dark, if you have a dark skin and you want to be a bit lighter, you just, do some kind of makeups and then make yourself a bit lighter. And if you're a bit too light and you want to be a bit more darker, you do some kind of makeups and make yourself darker. So we don't do those kind of like red lipsticks or like, eyelines and those kind of woman stuff. We only do like skin color kind of stuff. And yeah, plastic surgeries, I do not know why they do it. Plastic surgery used to be like a woman kind of thing, but now it's kind of men kind of thing too. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they do plastic surgery, but most South Koreans say, "Have you eaten well?" instead of "How are you?" Now this is quite interesting, right? So you say, "Have you eaten well?" instead of "How are you?" I didn't know why they said that, but it's usually adults saying this, not kids. They just say, "How are you? What's up? Hi." But adults mostly say this when they respect. No, not necessarily. No, I guess I don't know. But I didn't know about this. Why adults said "Have you eaten well?" instead of "How are you?" I have heard from my dad that South Korea did not used to be a country that was wealthy at all, so it was quite hard for them to eat, to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a day. So it was quite hard to eat because they were not. It was their life was so hard that they couldn't really, eat breakfast, lunch, and a dinner in a day. So my dad has told me that is why they say "Have you eaten well?" instead of "How are you?" South Koreans mostly learn English as their second language. Right, this is probably the reason why I'm speaking English right now. I can speak Korean, of course I can, because I am a South Korean, but I do speak English for this one because many people, a lot more people can understand my videos. And yeah, so second language is English. For some reason it is, and I have learned English because I have been to New Zealand for 3 years. And yeah, I do not know why English is their second language, but for some reason it is English. And yeah, over 20% of the last names in South Korea is Kim. So their last name is Kim. My mum's last name is Kim, and my last name is Lee. And there are lots of Lee and Park last names. I am Ricky Lee or Gin O Lee in South Korean, so I am one of those Lee families. And yeah, so there are lots of Kims and there are lots of Lees too. And yeah, and Bruce Lee isn't South Korean. You guys know that, right? And I'm not part of family with Bruce Lee, okay? Yeah, I'm not. Maybe because, Bruce Lee is actually Chinese and there must be a last name called Lee in China too, so yeah. Number 8, fast food delivery. Now, this is quite, really good for, it's really, when you want to go to McDonald's or KFC and just have some burgers or like chickens, you have to go outside and, you need to do stuff and you can't really be bothered. That's when you need to come to South Korea. You just need to grab your phone, ring them. They'll come in like 10 minutes. So yeah, it's really good, I guess, because you can just call them and they'll just deliver stuff for you. And it's quite fast too, because South Koreans think that delivery is quite important. And yeah, this is the number 9 is quite scary. North Korea and South Korea are still in war. Okay, so you might think that that doesn't make any sense, but it is true. 60 years ago, South Korea and North Korea had a war. It has gone for 3 years, so it was a 3-year war, and no one actually won. South Korea didn't win, or North Korea didn't win. And after a 3-year war, they just decided to have a break. And yeah, so South Korea and North Korea are still having war, except they're just having a break right now. The war hasn't actually stopped. And yeah, and now that break has gone over for 60 years. And so I hope that North Korea and South Korea will not have a war again and be one as Korea, not North Korea or South Korea. And yeah, that'll be great. It definitely would be great for me. Okay, so number 10, this is the last one now. So, in South Korea, number 4 means unlucky. Now, this is quite an interesting one. Number 4 in South Korea, South Korean is pronounced sa. Okay, so 4 is sa. Okay, now in Chinese, death means in Chinese it says. Okay, concentrate, Ricky. In Chinese, the word death is chug sa, and now as you can see at the end it says sa in it, and sa actually means 4. So they think number 4 means death because of the Chinese letter. And in elevators in South Korea, floor number 4 is written down as F, 4F, and not the number 4 because I think it means death. And yeah, so that was it for today. There were all the facts done, top 10 facts about South Korea. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.